do is not just confront your glory and the wonderful things and the lovely things that people say about you. You have to confront the demons, and you have to confront them, and you have to deal with it. And one of the things about writing a book is that you cannot hide. If you're going to do it, you have to do it, and you have to lay your soul bare. And you have to say to yourself, I mean, very often people say in an autobiography, am I going to tell it all, or am I just going to tell this bit? And I remember, just for a lighter moment, I remember once talking to Peter Durkheim, and I said, what is it about autobiography? And he said, oh, man, you know, or however he said it. He said, the thing about autobiography, all the first bit is boring. It's only when a person gets their first orgasm that it becomes interesting. Only Peter Durkheim. Well, in that instance, you know, work with that, whatever you feel. But if you are thinking about writing a story, be prepared. Be prepared. You might have to, and I mean this quite literally, you might have to climb a mountain to clear your mind, to clear your heart, and to lay bare your soul, and it's not going to be an easy ride. And Mariki, dearest Mariki, my goodness me, Louisa, I know that you got onto it quite late, and I know that you ran to the finish line to get it done. Here it is, finally, and I know you squeaked in to the Friendship Literary Festival. But my goodness, it was not an easy ride. And you think, I mean, if nobody else had seen that book, maybe it wouldn't matter because you wrote it for you. You wrote it for your family. You wrote it for Ricky. And I think that that's really important. But for anybody who's thinking, should I write, you know, somebody else's story, there are so many valuable lessons in it, not just about how to write a story, how to write your book, but how to honor your heritage, how to be conscious of your heritage, what it's meant for you, how it's got in your way, how it's been beneficial, how to forge a career when everything is so difficult. I mean, one of the most difficult things about having a career in this country is this country, because during your period of rising literally to the top, the country has been through turmoil, and to try to deal with yourself, your country, your conscience, your family, it's really a roller coaster. So there are lessons in that as well. And I love it how you've honoured your family and your heritage. And then you have to confront all your relationships. Am I going to say it? Am I not going to say it? Am I going to pour out trauma? And there will be many people who've got trauma, and they do. You can go to a psychologist, and you can pour out your trauma, or you can write it down. And anybody who's done it will know that it is the only way to confront your difficulties and your trauma is to write it down. You can burn it, or you can publish it, but write it down because you will release it. And parenting, that's one thing that I've really learned from your book. You've been very, very honest, and there have been some difficult lessons. And I remember my son, I once said to him, I got a bit cross with him, and I said, I've taught you everything you know. And he said, no, Mum, you've taught me everything you know. That put me in my place loud and clear. So it is a matter of confronting yourself and your relationship with your children, but I think more than anything, it's about confronting yourself. An amazing, beautiful, smiling woman who's climbed and done all sorts of things and written a book, confesses to have imposter syndrome. And I think, where did that come from? You know, where, what? To have self-confidence issues. And to the extent where people thought you might have been being a bit standoffish because you appear to be sort of, you know, arrogant. Oh my goodness me, how much we all hide behind masks. So it's wonderful to, hopefully, you've left the imposter syndrome behind you, because